It looks like that Neuron made deals with supervillains on Earth again, just like Dark Crisis, and now Mr. Terrific needs a team to go to hell to fight them. And the team is Superman Blue, right from the 90s, Aquaman, Power Girl, Guy Gardner, a version of Hawkman from the past. We got Tim Drake Batman, that's not Terry, like what? Alan Scott Green Lantern, Dr. Fate, and Owl Woman, all time displays through the whole timeline. And of course, Batman is alive. He's gonna be back in the DCKO event. We already knew this was gonna happen, but this was peak right here, I'm not gonna lie. Mr. Terrific, though, takes his team to hell. Welcome to hell. This is Justice League Unlimited issue 12. Mind you, a lot of people on social media are lying about how these characters came to be. So make sure you guys get your information from the right content creator. But this book was absolutely peak. Right now, this is happening with the Superman title where they're trying to rendezvous and evacuate majority of people on Earth. In Gotham City, we actually see Batgirl and the Atom see how Gotham is like dealing with this situation. Barbara says everybody's afraid of Darkseid that he has won, and now the heroes, our big guns, are gonna have to fight in the bracket just to survive this whole ordeal. We now know that the Titans have used boom tubes, magic portals, and recovered at least 62% of the people on Earth. Jim Gordon right now is still on Earth as well, and he's gonna take the last train out of there. That is so Jim Gordon. But Barbara gets a message saying that there's a bank robbery right now, and she's like, Adam, we gotta go. And it's the freaking polka dot man robbing the whole bank. I'm like, yo, let's go. Please stand back. Don't make me hurt you. You don't understand. Barbara and Adam play rock, paper, scissors to figure out who is gonna actually fight Polka Dot Man. Adam wins, and now he punches him in the face. No, stay back. You're not listening. I told you. A big freaking explosion happens. At the Watchtower, we see Barbara Gordon and Adam have now been injured severely, and they go back there for some medical treatment. The new Question and Blue Beetle's Ted Kord version talk about how like we're spread thin because all of our powerhouses are in the DCKO event, and these new supervillains or these old supervillains have some high-powered tech, and they're just more powerful than us now. Like how Captain Cold is beating that shit out of fire and ice very easily. The Question though asks like, let's go talk to Mr. Terrific because he might know something. And he's like, it's Neuron. I know it. Mr. Terrific tells him about a crisis, if I'm not mistaken. Like he's talking about Dark Crisis when Neuron says, give me your soul and I'll amplify you. And I'm like, yo, that is cool. Like, I guess, callback. It was his Dark Army during the whole Dark Crisis event, which I highly recommend reading. A great event. But yeah, this is when like Doomsday, Darkseid, Necron, and other super powered villains got amplified by Neuron with his Dark Crisis energy. The villains are accepting this deal because, you know what? I can be powerful now and I get my place in hell, and I just don't randomly just die and nothing happens. So it makes sense logically. But now Mr. Terrific needs to build a new team, and this is the team. We got Superman Blue, Aquaman, Power Girl. I think this is an old version of Guy Gardner. This is Gold Hawk, I guess. Tim Drake Batman, yeah, kind of insane. We got Alan Scott Green Lantern, Dr. Fate Female, and Owl Woman. They all go on the table like this old like JLA type of situation, and Mr. Terrific tells them, how are you here right now? I realize how disoriented all of you must be. The League thought that it was Gorilla Grodd messing with the timeline, but we now know it's Darkseid. That's what modern day Superman, our Superman and the others have gone to reverse, and for now we choose to believe they can. Meanwhile, the breakdown in the time stream has stabilized. Heroes like you 9 are stuck here with us, no past or future to go home to. The old version of Power Girl right here says, wait, hold on. If we do something here though, could that mess up the future and vice versa? And Mr. Terrific's like, no, it can't. That's what I originally thought, but it doesn't track, especially with the unraveling of Grodd's Legion of Doom. None of Lex or the other villains remember about their injuries from the past, because that was the Legion of Doom from like, I guess the 80s, I guess, coming into the present, but none of the current versions of themselves remember this. Arthur's like, well, it's a paradox stacked on the top of a paradox. Perhaps we're all from parallel worlds. Then Mr. Terrific says this, that the multiverse is actually cut off. So basically what's happening here, this is kind of like the Marvel timeline, where they're basically like variants of the old characters just brought into the present, and they cannot go away until the current events are finished. And Terrific is saying they're called the quantum ghosts. They're existing apart from the heroes you represent. So if they finish this DCKO bracket event and succeed, they would cease to exist. Terrific told them like, yeah, it sounds horrible, but you guys are heroes. And if you guys want to succeed, you guys are going to both die anyway, basically. So you might as well help with the fight against Darkseid and go to hell with me and fight Neuron as well to save humanity. While Mr. Terrific is making a boom tube to go to hell, he lets all these 9 heroes to do whatever they want to do for the last day. And we see right here the old version of Guy Gardner, and I think he has a Yellow Lantern ring. I could be wrong. But he goes to Ice with Fire and Ice, right? And he's like, hey, babe, what's going on? Do you want to get busy in your apartment? Like, come on. And Fire is like, do you not notice she has a ring on? You guys aren't together, and he's confused. Babe, don't worry. It's just me, just a lot younger. Like, do you guys want to, go to your apartment? Like, come on. Ice walks away saying that I can't. We're not together. And Guy Gardner flies off, sad as hell, because now he's realizing the future version of themselves, they're not together. He starts crying as well. But what it seems like as well is that Ice now, the current version of Ice, is actually going to feel this ramification of Guy Gardner talking to her from the past version of himself. I believe this is an old version of Arthur Curry, probably in the early 2000s, looking at his kids and realizing that how much have changed since then. John Jones comes in though, and he's like, listen, Arthur, you shouldn't be in here. Just know that your daughter, she is magnificent and you love her a lot. Dr. Fate somehow got Goldhawk, which was talking in a different language, to talk into English. And he's like, I'm not fighting. Like, our tribe, we're pacifists. And Dr. Fate has already tried to go through the time stream, but it's not stable right now. Like, it's impossible. You're practically cut off from the present. Now, I absolutely love this dialogue where Power Girl's talking to her future self through a camera. And it says, listen, I know that you're pissed about everything, but just knowing that I know that I'm going to die, I'm at peace. And you should know that. It is now time for the new Justice League team to travel through the boom tube to go to hell. This took some serious doing. I can guarantee that a boom tube has never made this trip before. All right, guys, brace yourselves. Welcome to hell, team. I'm like, yo, this is gonna be sick. I can't wait for the next damn issue. This is so cool. At the end, we also get a preview of the next DCKO event, or the next issue, I should say, and Batman breaks out of the statue. This is gonna be cool as hell. Hopefully he fights the other, I guess, Robins who are Batman. That's gonna be awesome. But shout out to DC because this event has been amazing.